Dave here with Half Dozen Customs. We're out here for a little Monte Monday action. I am going to be jumping into the booth and we're going to do some sandblasting. So I'm not going to be recording that. Last time I put the camera in there for you guys to see what I was doing. It didn't sandblast my camera, but my camera was wasted when I took it out, so I'm not going to be doing that again. That was a one-time thing. But I did work on it a little bit throughout the week. We had the last few days. It's been, well, I would say this last week. We had warmer weather come in, which was nice. All the snow melted. Water was coming in underneath the door from that, and then we had a couple days of rain. Right now it's really nice outside. It's supposed to be almost 60 today, and then we're back down into the low 30s again. But I'm hoping to be able to get this finished today. My only concern is that it's very humid and moist out right now from all the snow melting and all the rain that we've had all last night and this morning. It's been super foggy out. So hopefully, you know, everything will go well. I worry about the sand being full of moisture and being clumpy and not wanting to, you know, siphon through. Let's hope we don't have that issue. But I'm going to work on that today and try and get that trunk lid done. We still got this to sand down. And once the trunk lid is done, we can wire wheel that up and hit it with the burnishing tool and grind it up, sand it up, whatever we need to do to get it ready to start body work on it, if I can get it finished sandblasting today. Also, once that trunk lid is done being sandblasted, I'd like to tear down this booth. For one, it's in the way of me working on the passenger side, so we need to get that down. And also, since that has been up, I haven't been working on the other project under the cover over there, which is, if you guys haven't seen the What's Happening Now video that we released a few weeks ago, I actually uncover that guy and show you guys what's under there. So if you haven't seen that, go check out that video. Those videos are hopefully coming this year. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna jump in the sandblasting booth and get the blasting. I'll see you guys back here later. Well, we're back out here. It's later on in the evening. I did get the trunk done. I started it at 11 and I finished it at like 4:15. It's nice and warm today, so we didn't have any problems with the sandblaster freezing up on us, which was good. A lot of moisture coming through though, and because, you know, it's been so cold out and then all of a sudden it's 60 degrees outside, my cement in the shop was actually sweating. Like there was just water coming up through the cement. So my first round of sandblasting went great. And then I swept everything up and I refilled my pot, and then it was problems from there on out. I would sandblast for 10 seconds and then it would plug up. So I was constantly having to stir the pot with my hand. I was having to back pressure it to blow the sand back the other way. I kept having to shake the pot to get it to settle. So it took a lot longer than it should have, but it's done. So let's go over there. I'm gonna set up a stand. We're gonna carry this trunk lid out and get it set up on a stand. There's a lot of sand inside of it that we're gonna have to get out of there. I don't know if we're gonna do that tonight or not. Not really sure what I'm gonna do tonight. I am beat after that sandblasting. So we'll see. But let's get it out. Let's check it out. See how well of a job I did. Tomorrow is going to be a day of cleaning. You can see just how dusty and dirty everything is from the last few weeks of sandblasting in here. I really like, having somewhere to sandblast. I just wish it wasn't inside the shop. All right. What a big difference, huh? So it's really dusty and dirty, but we got it. And inside's all done too. I don't know how well you guys could see underneath there, but that's done. Super happy that this is finally done. This trunk lid was in really bad shape. If I was able to get my hands on a good trunk lid, I would have done that rather than what we've done to this one. But like I've said in past videos, like every trunk lid that I find that's clean, still everyone that I've found has needed some kind of repair to it. Usually it's rusted along this bottom edge on both sides. So there would have been some kind of work, but this thing had been stripped once before and then primed, and that was 25 years ago. So primer doesn't last that long. So it just rusted and rotted through that primer, which just made it worse. But now from here, what I'll do is we're gonna wire wheel everything just as an extra little step in there. Maybe we'll run over it with the burnishing tool, and we will get it all DA'd out then. So the next thing that I got to do, so I know from the inside, before we sandblasted the inside, looking up inside the trunk lid, there's the frame that kind of X's and goes around stuff, and in between those frames you can see the exterior of the panel, and I could see dents in those open areas. So we got to go through. I could see it when it was painted. Maybe I should have did that before we sandblasted, but I didn't. So we gotta clean this up and try and find all those dents, and we gotta try and hammer those out. So that'll be one of the first things that we gotta do, and then after that, then I think we can start body work. So I guess what I'll do, might as well grab the burnishing tool and we'll run over this with the burnishing tool, and get a look at what everything looks like. Alright, let's see what we got here. All right. Now you can see, as soon as I stop wiggling the camera around, you can see all the pitting. It was a pain in the butt to get this all sandblasted because it was really rusty. You know, it looked like it was just surface rust under that etching primer. And that's what that was. It was etching primer. And you may be asking, like, why didn't we use this burnishing tool on this before we sandblasted? I tried hitting it with a grinder to try and make the sandblasting easier. It wasn't doing anything to it. That etching primer was on there, and it was really rusty, you know, from the top of the primer, through the primer, down to the bottom. So yeah, it just wasn't gonna come clean any other way. So, but we got it nice and cleaned up. I might have to flip it over and do the same thing to the other side, and then hopefully, so I can, you know, I can see little dents here and there that I'm sure are the ones that I'm looking for, but I need to be able to see them from the other side, and then, like, I can see there's not going to be much I can do about this other than just fix it in filler. But there's a huge dent, like right in the middle of this. Yeah, it's like right here. There's like a basketball sized dent right here. This side's okay. And there might be a little bit. So, you know, somebody climbing on it or stuff being set on it, people standing on it. You know, I could totally see somebody standing on this to, you know, get up in the rafters or something. Not saying that I did that, but I could see somebody doing that. Being that this was parked for a long time. But I had you guys pointing up, so I don't know if you guys seen that. So like right here, there's like a basketball sized dent, and then probably a softball sized dent on this side. So we got a good ding here, there's a good ding there, and then we got a couple of dings over here, which are probably the ones that I was seeing from the underside. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. There was a lot of work to get to this point, but I think we saved it for a little while longer. All right, I know that wasn't much of a video this week, guys, and I apologize for that. Just, you know, sandblasting ate up my time, and you know, last week I videoed some of the sandblasting in there, and like I said, when I took the camera out of there, like, the camera was okay, but like, I had to blow it out. I mean, it was full of sand and dust, and you know, these cameras ain't cheap. I don't want to ruin one, you know. So they break well enough on their own. I think I'm gonna call it here. Like I said, it's, you know, it's later at night. It's after 9 o'clock already, so you know, if I decide I'm gonna do any more, I'll kick you guys back on. Other than that, I think I'm gonna throw a piece of plastic over it, and we will be back at it next week, and hopefully next week, you know, we'll be all cleaned up and back to know, being able to work on this guy with nothing in our way. So, you know, what I might throw in at the end of this video is me tearing down this little sandblasting booth. But I'm probably not going to do that till tomorrow. So I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Have a good night. Remember to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Every day we're getting a little closer. Later. Alright, we're back out here the next day. And we're going to start taking down this booth. I've already cleaned it out. I took down the curtain that we had up there to help close off our door. I haven't cleaned up the sand yet. I figure we can clean that up after we start getting this taken down or whatnot. So I'm gonna start pulling down the plastic. This is gonna be messy. It's gonna get colder over here now that little booth really kept the cold air on the other side of that door. I'm gonna reuse this plastic, and we're gonna finish plasticking off the ceiling. Whatever. I'm gonna work on getting the ceiling finished, and then whatever we have left, I'll probably plastic the door, both doors back off like I have on the other side. We only got, I don't know, a month and a half or so of this cold weather left, so I just got to make it another month. So this is what I use. This is actually Colleen's. So she got this on Amazon, and it's for sifting dirt in the garden or sifting sand at the beach, and it's got several different sizes of these little grates that, you know, slide in here. They don't slide in here very well, but they slide in here, and this is the same size as a 5-gallon bucket. So, and I think that this was, it was only like 15 or 20 bucks or something on Amazon. May have even been cheaper than that. She actually got it for the beach. Her and her mom go to the beach every year, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's in Michigan somewhere. So they got that for that, and I confiscated it and have been using it in here. I'm glad she got it because it was quite useful. But if you're looking for a cheap, easy way to sift sand, that worked really well. So. that's it. It's down. I think I'm gonna miss it. It'd be nice to get this place cleaned up and be able to work around everything again. But that room's been up for the last couple months. It's kind of became part of the shop. And it was definitely nice to be able to go in there and sandblast stuff. But we're going to start cleaning up. Like look at the sand piled up. So, but all that sand, we'll get it cleaned up. We'll get it in a bucket. A lot of it's wet because it's at the edge of the door. But it'll eventually dry out and we can sift it out with that sifter that I told you, and we can reuse it, or I'll go dump it out back by the trees or something like that. Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know that this is kind of a connection of yesterday's Monte Carlo video, which, you know, was probably only a few minutes long because most of my day was spent sandblasting that trunk lid. So I said that we would add this in, just kind of make a video of it. Moving forward, every day we get something done around here. So, see you guys in the next one. I got a couple days of cleaning up. Gotta blow everything out, and a lot of vacuuming, a lot of sweeping. So, alright. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good evening. Remember to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I'm out.